Part 2. Silver Snow. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River. The Resistance Army, having received reinforcements from House Daphnel in Elm, is finally ready to unleash its invasion on the Imperial territories.
The messenger we sent to Claude has returned. It seems he will be initiating the plan. We will advance when House Regan's forces move out. We will take the Great Bridge of Myrden with minimal casualties. And we must prepare for battle, Professor. May my song reach the...
Not sure I should.
Professor, a moment?
If we can suppress this Myrden, I was in the Empire. Now I will be an enemy. I am having strange feelings. It is with ease that an ally turns into an enemy.
A moment, please.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Lots of things happen down here. Lots of reports need to be reported. And for all reportable things, I'm your guy.
Not sure what brought people back up above, but I'm glad for it. The dining hall, the greenhouse, they're all ripe for the picking again. I mean, for them. Good for them.
What do you require? Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. I expect much from this one. Yes, indeed. Now let me see. Ah, yes, this one's growth is going quite well. Now let me see. Ah, yes, this one's growth is going quite well. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. I see this one has gained some experience. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. Perhaps you'd have better luck with the Now let me see. Perhaps you'd have better luck with the animals of the monastery. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth. Now let me see. I see this one has gained some experience. Now let me see. Ah yes, this one's growth is going quite well. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of. Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should. Now let me see. I expect much from this one. Yes, indeed. Now let me see. I expect much from this one. Yes, indeed. Fare thee well.
Pardon me.
Really? Huh. That lady hasn't changed a bit since I was a kid. Still intimidating as hell. What a woman. Being me, I'm not nervous or anything. I'm not sure how to approach her. That's all. My luck, she'll treat me like I'm still a kid, even though I'm clearly a full-grown adult man. If that's the angle she takes, maybe I can get some nice hugs out of this. Huh? Oh, nothing.
Invading the Empire at last, are we? I cannot still the wild palpitations in my chest. I have made myself ready to the extent that I could, but now that the day draws near, I fear that to proceed will be to abandon all hope of restoring the Imperial House of Nouvelle, which leaves me with no choice but to appeal to you and Claude for that. My dream is in your hands.
House Daphne was kind enough to share their food with us. It may not be much in the grand scheme of things, but the gesture means a lot. The hero of Daphne is something else too, isn't she? Balthus seems pretty taken with her.
Nice. I've never met someone like Judy. She's easygoing, but at the same time, tough as nails. I bet she'd be real fun to hang out with. Judy's great, unlike that other guy, Lord what's-his-name. I can't stand people like him, people who think they're always in the right. All he did was make trouble, but he convinced himself it was for a good cause. So infuriating.
Maybe. Damn. Who'd have thought that House Row would show up? They must have been sweating blood to get to Ayla from way out there. Guess it's been a while since I left House Row, so it doesn't bother me much to have to fight them. Kinda always knew I'd be the one to take that stubborn old donkey out. I've been ready for this.
Professor, I'm sure you know this already, but House Ardelia they face the Empire from across the river. Even so, I refuse to The Empire did unthinkable. The only option here is win.
War isn't by the time, and if you're off by yourself, you can get killed with no one ever even finding out.
Oh, that'd be awful. Just...
Hey! Greetings, Professor! I can't believe Imperial spies have been lurking in Garreg Mach, but I'll make sure no more of them get it.
There's unrest everywhere these days. I hope things go back to normal soon. Welcome! Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. 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 Is that the one? Is that the one? Thanks a bunch. Come back soon. I need your help.
Hello there. This one, yes? This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
Welcome. Will this one do? Many thanks. Come back soon.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think. Return soon, please.
Is it true Lady Rhea was dragged off by the Imperial Army? Why'd they take Lady Rhea? Professor, they didn't take her to kill her, did they? Yeah, good point. You gotta help her, Professor.
Thanks to all that food from Judith, I've got so much energy. Oh, but then how?
Yay! Thanks!
Wow, I'd heard of the hero of Daphne, but that was the first. She's the head of a prestigious noble family? Just like Claude. The Alliance, kind of. Plus, Judith can drink with the best of them.
Hey there. We came from the territory of House Daphne. Judith asked us so earnestly. We can trust you, right? I'd hate to...
So Lady Rhea was in the Empire. Glad as I am that Judith told us. I wish we had known. We spent all that time spread out over Fotland. It was a mistake to abandon the monastery, to leave it in ruins. Now...
5 years ago, when the Imperial army attacked Garreg Mach, they moved within. But in the middle of all that chaos, the hero of Daphne's spy network is impressive.
We have the Empire and Alliance situations under control. The Eastern Lords have joined forces and are warring with it. But I've heard nothing about that conflict as of late. I haven't heard much from my father either.
It's thanks to you that I'm here now. I owe you, Professor. I swear I'll do all I can to repay that debt.
Here's an idea. On the north side of the Great Bridge of Murden lies the Count Bergles has held the position of Minister of Military Affairs for the current Emperor seems to have brought the corrupt nobility to heel. But Count Bergles looks
I had an encounter with Lord Gwendol. Back before the academy, I met this girl who I fell madly in love with. I suppose he just tried to scare me, but I was crazy, right? I kind of don't know how to make sense.
Listen to this. The Aramid River separates the Empire and Alliance. Sometimes it'll flood when there's lots of rain, but at least the land gets some extra water.
Here's an idea. Count Gloucester of the Alliance is supposed to be the head of the That being said, the Count himself is an ardent. The commoners are also allies of the Knights. We should be able to...
You there!
A moment. With life returning to the monastery, the number of people coming to the town church dwindled over to reward and accommodate their devotion. We have to hurry and...
What used to be Eyre territory lies far to the east of the for the sake of my family. I wish we could invade, but I do not have the power to advocate for that. Strategically, Murden is more important. Thank you, Professor. I will not give it...
No. Professor, Lady Rhea is in the Empire, isn't she? So many people in the monastery and nearby town. I want to ease their minds as soon as possible, Professor. Let's work together to find her.
Maybe.
Lovely. Since I'm originally from the Empire, it seems no one trusts me with any important tasks. Honestly, I bet they're watching my every move to make sure I can be trusted. I knew it.
Judith is a wonderful person. So strong and confident as well. Looking upon her, I was sharply reminded of my mother. Very much so. Both brilliantly bright and positive, I lost my mother.
Right. Hearing that the Knights of Saros have returned, the monks have also been coming back. We still don't have enough hands here, but we'll use all that we've got to rebuild the monastery. Until the day that Lady Rhea is returned to us, we have to do all we can.
Need something? See you again soon.
Legend says that pillars of light fell and ravaged ALL. Professor? Do you think those legends are true? Oh, I suppose there are still so many things we don't...
The battle at ALL was a tactical mock. Where does your talent end and your crest's power begin? Most intriguing. Yet, it is quite unfortunate I did not achieve my research. Now, I fear I will not have those answers even by...
Professor? Oh, hello there, Professor. It doesn't look like you're wounded or anything. You just looking for someone to talk? I thought so. Well, I'm here for you. Whether it's physical pain or worries of the heart, you can come to me for anything, Professor.
If Rhea really is in the Empire, then we must... The people at large are just as concerned for Rhea's... The sooner we can settle all our unease. I have something to ask of you. I have something to ask of you. Well done. You have my thanks.
We're going to invade the Empire, which means we'll be fighting people. If we're attacked by someone we know or used to think of as a friend, is it permitted to run away? Really? If something happens, will you keep...
I was dead certain Judith would fight by our side, but since she holds a position within the Alliance, it seems if the infighting within the Alliance came to an end,
Is that so? Wow.
This isn't...
Eating
My favorite meat.
Wow.
Here's an idea.
I had an back before. I suppose crazy. I kind of don't know.
I have regret. I was in, I am having.
There is still.
A little scratch won't. I'll be home again soon.
Give the goddess my Don't expect any. Once I've decided you're done. Give the goddess my Once I've decided you're...
Rhea, the people of the sooner...
This experience...
Professor? Whether it's...
Where the most it is now.
It's all...
Feels pretty...
You could...
Yeah.
No. Oh.
I have to ask. Of course.
Professor!
Together,
It's you!
Hey, we did pretty well. I'm really getting it, I think.
I see. I'll try to put this to use. Aha!
Seems my practice has paid off.
I passed, as expected.
Am I in bed dreaming, or is that you, Mercedes? How serendipitous it is to see you again!
Yes, and here we are. You were so small when I saw you last. How you've grown.
I cannot express how worried I was to hear that you had left House Bartels. I was turned away any time I asked about you, and of course Emile would never tell me anything.
I'm sorry. There was so much going on in House Bartels back then. But enough about all that. How are you, Constance? I hear you've had hardships of your own.
Indeed. House Nouvelle is no more, and I went alone to the School of Sorcery.
Oh, you went to the Royal School of Sorcery? Just before I began at the Officers' Academy, I was studying there as well.
You were? It must have been after my graduation in 1177.
That was the year I enrolled. We probably just missed each other.
No! You mean to say that if I had stayed a trifle longer, we could have been reunited sooner?
It seems so. Ah, dear Constance. When we were little, I thought of you as my little sister. But now that you've grown up, I think our roles might be reversed. I'll be looking up to you now, and maybe even asking for your help sometimes.
You'd ask for my help? I never thought I'd see the day.
Oh, I have an idea. How about we have a cup of tea together and chat about old times?
I accept, naturally. I'll prepare the tea straight away.
Oh, no need to rush. The tea isn't going anywhere.
Don't be ridiculous. Time is always of the essence. Why put off for later what I could?
Constance, I wonder what's the matter. Did something happen?
Mercedes, sharing your precious time with me is perhaps more than I deserve.
What do you mean?
Why sit with me when you could share your tea time with someone else? I shall instead stand and serve the tea, though if my presence still proves to be a burden...
Goodness, of course it isn't. Are you feeling all right?
My feelings are immaterial. Pardon me while I fetch the tea leaves at once.
Until a moment ago, everything seemed all right. Why did she change so suddenly? I'll have to ask her what's going on.
This path isn't the right way either. Why do epic quests always involve a lot of legwork?
Well, Abyss is a big place. Maybe it's time to start on your next epic quest. Giving up and going home. People are dying up there after all. We don't have time for this sort of thing.
What sort of thing? You? I'd say you're way more important than the pursuit of war. More interesting, too.
Yeah, and the next big thing in Crestology. How flattering. You gotta stop saying things like that or someone might get the wrong idea. Lucky for you, I'm used to your weirdness by now.
I'm sorry my sincerity rubbed you the wrong way. I meant what I said, but that's fine. Now, back to your ability. I've discovered that this power can be attributed to your blood. The magic originates from your crest. There have been leaps and bounds in research on summoning magic focused on an arbitrary target. The only remaining problems are perception and distance, though it could be argued that...
Blah, blah, big words, blah. I don't even get what you're saying.
You don't have to understand it to appreciate its implications. Here's the connection. Once we understand your power, it's essential that we have a theoretical grasp on how to control it.
All right, I'll do my best.
That isn't as scientific as what I had in mind.
I'll probably need your help wrapping my head around the theoretical stuff. You up for that? No pressure. Well, people might die if you say no, so some pressure, I guess.
Huh? Why me? I guess it can't be helped. I suppose foisting this task on Professor Hanneman would be a waste of my precious efforts. This isn't what I had in mind, but I guess I'm the only man for the job, come to think of it.
Sounds great. Hey, if you're tired, there's no shame in calling it a day and heading back to the surface.
It's more walking than I expected. I've lost sleep over this. But you're way more important than a... Oh, right. You don't like me when I'm sincere. Well, let's get on with the adventure then. We'll check out that hidden passage next. We've got to find that book that Timotheus is said to have left behind. Come along.
Fine. But what if we don't find the book, and you can't figure out a way to solve this?
I've come this far. Now I've got to see it through to the end. How will I ever nap in peace otherwise?
Sounds like we might be stuck together for a while. Why did you bring me here? It's so isolated.
That would be the point.
Yikes. See you around, B.
Hang on a second. Out here, in a place like this, you should be free to sigh, yeah?
What do you mean by that?
I just thought it would do you well to cut loose and sigh to your heart's content.
Really? You found a nice quiet place where you could annoy me without putting bystanders at risk?
Why does this always happen? That's not what I meant. This is me doing something nice for you. You said before that you can't ever relax because you're worried about endangering others. A lot's been going on recently, so let her rip already. Sigh until you can sigh no more.
That's nice of you. A chance to relax and sigh as I please. Sounds good. But what do we do about the monsters?
What do you think? A monster shows up, I punch it in the nose. Done deal.
By yourself?
I'm never alone, pal. These two fists are always by my side, and they never let me down.
Oh, right.
It doesn't have to be here if you have performance anxiety, but anytime you accidentally call a monster, just holler and I'll punch it to next Tuesday. In fact, maybe it's best if you just stick by my side from now on. Do that and you're free to sigh whenever the urge strikes.
Why would I have to stay by your side?
Not a lot of people in this world can knock out a beast without breaking a sweat. I'm one of them. And since I'm always on the run from bounty hunters, I'm an exceptionally light sleeper.
You expect me to sleep by your side too?
Ooh, this may be my best idea yet. If I'm always with a monster summoner, fewer people will come after my bounty. This is brilliant.
You never change, B. You're so predictable. All right, have fun.
Have fun? That's an odd thing to do. Monsters, they're everywhere. This is gonna be a blast.
It's hard not to like that dummy.